After watching this video, you will never bulk again. In fact, you'll wonder why you ever considered it at all. Look, all the conventional fitness advice says you need to bulk to build muscle optimally. What if I were to tell you they're wrong? And I actually have the proof to back it up. Listen, my name is Dema, and I've been focused on aesthetics and the science of muscle building ever since I started lifting. And bulking is one of the most common recommendations given to people, even for aesthetics. So in this video, I'll discuss the science behind whether or not bulking can help you build muscle, the impact it has on aesthetics, and most importantly, who should and shouldn't bulk. Alright guys, let's get into it, and first I want to talk about what actually builds muscle. Look, if you've been watching me for a while, you're gonna know the answer to this. But the answer is mechanical tension. More specifically, mechanical tension and protein. And that's it guys, that's what builds muscle, nothing else. That means building muscle is not energy dependent, it's actually stimulus and protein dependent. And yes guys, technically muscle growth does require some calories to happen, but as we'll see soon, it's probably not as much as you think. So let's stay on the same page throughout this video. Muscle building comes from stimulus and protein, nothing else. So we need to ask the question, does bulking help the stimulus or the protein part in any way? In short, the answer is no. Bulking doesn't help with that, and I'll explain why. So listen, muscle has a limited capacity for glycogen and protein utilization. So let's break those down. Glycogen is energy. So anytime someone says bulking will give you energy and you'll progress faster, they're talking about glycogen. But here's the thing, you can easily fill up your glycogen stores with maintenance calories. Easily. And what happens is that after your glycogen stores are already filled out, all the rest turns into fat. Okay, when your body gets more carbs than it needs, lipogenesis will occur. And that means you're gonna store those carbs as body fat, not as energy. But here's where the problem lies. Why does everyone say that bulking gives them energy then? And it's because they're being like Billy Bob and not Mr. Chad. Now look, there's two people. There's Billy Bob and there's Mr. Chad. Billy Bob is currently on a bulk and Mr. Chad is currently eating maintenance calories. And Billy Bob is claiming that bulking has helped him so much with his recovery, with his energy levels, etc. But what we're not seeing is that Billy Bob underate protein, ate low carbs, and had no carbs before his session. So that means bulking got him to hit his protein goals and to eat sufficient carbs. Mr. Chad, on the other hand, he stays lean, he doesn't bulk, but he still hits his protein, he still hits his carbs, and gets all the nutrition he needs from his maintenance calories. So look, there's two scenarios where you can be bulking. In the first one, you're under eating high quality carbs and protein, you then go on a bulk, and then on your bulk, you end up eating more carbs and protein. Because of that, you have more energy and you recover quicker. But look, what if you're already eating sufficient high quality carbs and protein and you go on a bulk? Well, at that point, all that's gonna happen is you're simply gonna gain weight and your energy is gonna stay the same, potentially even getting worse, and your recovery is also gonna stay the same. So all this to say is that if you're under eating high quality carbs and protein and you simply eat the right amount of carbs and protein, then you'll get all the benefits of bulking, and you can do that through maintenance. So with all that being said, now let's break down specifically the situations where bulking can help. And the first one is, as we mentioned, if you have a bad diet, if you're under eating protein and not recovering, if you're under eating carbs and don't have enough energy, then bulking will get you to that baseline and you'll be able to perform and recover better. And the second situation bulking can help is if you're underweight or very low BMI, but that's a very specific situation that doesn't apply to everyone. And the last way bulking can help is essentially if you're maingaining or eating a little bit more food as you build more muscle. Essentially, once your maintenance goes up for that specific body weight, then you eat more food and stay that body weight while building more muscle. For example, if I'm 15% body fat right now and I want to stay 15%, then as I build muscle, I'll slowly but surely add calories so I stay at that level. Guys, this is a comical level of bulking. You're basically eating an extra egg or an extra banana for every few months you're training. So I wouldn't even call this bulking, I would basically call this maintenance 2.0. So guys, that's all the potential benefits of bulking, and we learned that if you have a good diet, it's very unlikely that you need to bulk. And for most people, there's either no benefit or just a very tiny one. So what about the downsides? Let's do a cost-benefit analysis. The main downside of bulking is literally aesthetics. Like literally the thing we're trying to do here. Like guys, muscle definition, vascularity, your V-taper, basically every aesthetic part of your physique is going to continue to go down as your body fat goes up. On top of that, guys, facial aesthetics will also look worse. Remember guys, for an aesthetic physique, your external factors are very important, and that includes your face. And when you're on a bulk, you're gonna notice your face is more bloated, your jawline is gonna go away, and you'll just have a more fluffy look. And after all that bulking potentially helping you build muscle, you're gonna have to cut at the end. And cutting is actually likely to slow down your growth or potentially lose you muscle. If you guys want a full breakdown on how to cut properly, let me know in the comments below. But essentially, a reason that the cut can slow down your growth or lose you muscle is because your stimulus is going to go down because you're eating less carbs, and your protein is going to go down, so your recovery is going to become worse. And look, there are loads more downsides to bulking, but specifically for aesthetics, bulking is the enemy. And look guys, pictures are way better displaying this than my words. Remember when Jeff Sied went on his bulk? And yeah, that's maybe an extreme example, but it's an example nonetheless of what can happen if you bulk. And over here are some more examples of how bulking can ruin your aesthetics. And guys, there's nothing wrong with being a bit fluffy or carrying more body fat, but specifically for aesthetics, if you're purposely eating food and purposely getting to this state, I'm confused on your intentions. Again, we always want to think, unless you have a very clear reason to do something, don't do it. So those are basically the benefits and the downsides of bulking. And to end off the video, I want to tell you guys a very impactful story. So there was a study done on bariatric patients. And if you guys don't know, bariatric patients are required to go into a very, very deep calorie deficit, and they therefore normally lose a lot of muscle. But what this study did is that they added training and protein to the bariatrics lifestyle, and boom, they ended up retaining most of their muscle and actually built some muscle even when in such a deep calorie deficit. And the main thing this study displayed to us is that muscle building is, again, stimulus and protein dependent, not calories. And sure, we can chalk it up to newbie gains or some other variable, but in my opinion, this study is very impactful. So guys, let me conclude this video by just giving you the raw information you should take home. Listen, first off, most people are just overweight, so they'll get zero benefit from eating more calories. Like honestly, if you're above 15% body fat, which is like nobody by the way, then I can confidently say that you will get no extra benefits from bulking if your diet's already optimized. If you guys want me to make a diet video, let me know. Secondly, maintenance is king. Why? Because at maintenance, you can build the optimal amount of muscle, you can stay at a good body fat percentage, and your quality of life and aesthetics are just optimized. The only caveat is that you already have to be at a good body fat percentage because maintenance is just maintaining what you already have. And lastly, guys, and the most important point is that you should focus on what builds muscle, which is mechanical tension. Training is the most important variable, and even if bulking could potentially give you a little bit more energy to push a little harder, optimizing your training and exercise selection will do infinitely more than any bulk. And listen guys, that's the video. In the description, I listed a bunch of studies that you can reference and a video that goes more in depth about the science of what I've been explaining. Maybe a controversial video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Have you ever regretted bulking? Leave a like if you learned anything or just enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more content every single week. Thank you for watching. By the way guys, if you want to contact me one-on-one, this is my Instagram.